Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Because what we're about to talk about might just change the way you see yourself and the people around you. You see, birthdays are supposed to be special. A day filled with joy, laughter, and celebration. A day to receive love, attention, and appreciation. But here's the truth most people don't talk about. Not everyone feels happy on their birthday. Some people wake up excited, grateful, and full of life, counting down the hours until the celebration begins. But others wake up feeling quiet, detached, or even sad. They don't want the spotlight. They don't want the attention. Some even pretend it's just another ordinary day. And that's where the psychology becomes fascinating. Because your attitude toward your birthday can reveal how you see yourself, how you process emotions, and even how you deal with life, growth, and time itself. For some, birthdays are a reminder of how far they've come, a celebration of survival, success, and growth. For others, it's a silent reflection, a moment to look back at what's missing, what's lost, or what didn't go as planned. And then there are those who don't celebrate at all. Not because they hate life, but because they see meaning in simplicity, in peace, in solitude. So today we're diving deep into the psychology of people who treat their birthday differently. We'll explore the hidden reasons behind celebration and silence, joy and sadness, excitement and withdrawal. Because sometimes, the way we treat our birthday says more about our heart, our past, and our mindset than we realize. So sit back, open your heart, and let's uncover what your birthday behavior might really be trying to tell you. Chapter 1. The people who love their birthday. Let's start with the ones who light up when their birthday comes around. The ones who count down the days, plan their outfits, post their photos, and invite everyone they know to celebrate with them. These are the people who see their birthday as a personal holiday, a moment to shine, to feel appreciated, and to celebrate the journey of life. But beneath all that excitement, there's something deeper, something psychological. You see, people who genuinely love their birthday often have a healthy sense of self-worth. They've learned to embrace who they are, flaws and all. They're not afraid to take up space to say, yes, today is about me. And that's not selfish. That's self-acknowledgement. For them, a birthday isn't just a date on the calendar. It's a reminder that they've survived challenges, grown through pain, and become stronger with each passing year. It's a time to pause and say, I made it. I'm still here. Psychologists say that people who enjoy celebrating themselves tend to have secure emotional attachment. They're often more open to giving and receiving love. They value connection, memories, and moments. That's why they want to gather friends, cut cakes, dance, laugh, and feel that warmth that only human connection can bring. But here's something beautiful. When these people celebrate, it's not always about attention. It's often about gratitude. Gratitude for life, for the people who stayed, for the opportunities that came, and even for the lessons that hurt but taught them something valuable. Their birthday becomes more than a party. It becomes a reflection of joy, hope, and self-love. Because deep down, they believe that life, no matter how imperfect, is worth celebrating. And maybe that's the lesson they teach us, that it's okay to celebrate yourself, that you don't need a perfect life to feel grateful for the one you have, that every year is another chance, another story, another victory. So when you see someone smiling widely on their birthday, dancing, laughing, and radiating energy, don't assume they have it all figured out. Sometimes, that joy is their way of saying, I'm thankful I'm still here, and I choose to live fully. Chapter 2. The people who don't like their birthday. Now let's talk about the other side. The people who don't celebrate their birthday. The ones who go quiet, stay offline, or even pretend the day doesn't exist. To some, that might seem strange. After all, birthdays are supposed to be happy, right? But for many people, it's not that simple. Because behind that silence, there's often a story, a feeling, or a memory that shapes the way they see that day. Some people don't like their birthday because it reminds them of time passing too quickly. They feel pressure to have achieved more, done more, become more. They start to compare themselves to others. And suddenly, that one day that's meant to bring joy becomes a mirror reflecting all the things they think they haven't done. For others, it's emotional. Maybe they've lost someone who used to make that day special. Maybe the people who once cared no longer reach out. Maybe they grew up in an environment where birthdays were never celebrated, where love and attention were rare. So now, when the day comes, they don't know how to feel. It's easier to hide than to face the emptiness. And then there are those who simply prefer peace over parties. They're not sad, they're just introspective. For them, birthdays are a time to pause, to reflect quietly, to think about where they've been and where they're going. It's not about ignoring their birthday. It's about spending it differently. Alone doesn't always mean lonely. Psychologists say that people who avoid celebrating often have deep emotional layers. They think a lot, feel deeply, and process life internally. Chapter 3. The hidden meaning behind how we treat our birthday. When you really think about it, your birthday is more than just a date. It's a checkpoint in your journey, a quiet reminder that life is still moving, that you've come a long way, and that somehow, against all odds, you're still here. But here's the truth that most people miss. The way you treat your birthday says something deeper about your relationship with yourself. Some people celebrate loudly because they've learned to embrace joy, to appreciate the little things, and to remind themselves that every year counts. They've learned to create their own happiness instead of waiting for others to give it. Others withdraw quietly, not because they hate life, but because they see it differently. They've grown through pain, disappointment, or loss. They've realized that not every year feels like a victory. And that's okay, because sometimes surviving is the biggest celebration of all. There's no right or wrong way to treat your birthday. What matters is the meaning you give it. Maybe you're the type who fills the room with laughter and music. That's beautiful. Maybe you're the one who spends the day reflecting alone. That's powerful too, because both come from a place of awareness. One celebrates the moment, the other honors the journey. Psychologically, our birthday triggers deep emotions because it connects us with time, and time brings truth. It reminds us of who we've been, what we've lost, and what we've gained. It forces us to face our growth, our regrets, and our resilience. And maybe that's why birthdays can feel heavy, because they make us feel human. They remind us that life is fragile, yet beautiful, that even when things don't go our way, we're still given another chance, another year to do better, love deeper, and live fuller. So if you're watching this and you've ever felt unseen, uncelebrated, or unsure of how to feel on your birthday, remember this. Your birthday doesn't need to be perfect to be meaningful. You don't need a party to prove your worth. You don't need gifts to know you matter. You don't need crowds to validate your existence, because the real celebration is in the fact that you made it through everything life threw your way. And you're still standing. You're still growing. You're still becoming. Every scar, every laugh, every tear, every mistake, they all belong to your story. And that story deserves acknowledgement. So whether you light a candle or sit in silence, whether you dance with friends or whisper a prayer in the dark, it's all okay. Because your birthday is not about how loud the world celebrates you. It's about how deeply you recognize yourself. You've come far. You've changed in ways you may not even see yet. And as another year unfolds, don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you've become. Because every birthday is a symbol, not just of age, but of evolution. It's the universe saying, you have another chance. Keep going. So whether you love your birthday or you avoid it, let this be your reminder. Life is not measured by how many people celebrate you, but by how much you've grown through every season. Celebrate in your own way. Reflect in your own space. And never forget, your existence is worth honoring, even in silence. Comment below. What part of today's affirmation, what you think you become, resonated with you most deeply? Why do you think it struck a chord? Your insight might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if you're serious about changing the way you think and showing up as your highest self every single day, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss your daily mental reset.